In this video, everything you need to know about holidays in Cala Bona. Also in this video, some easy tips to make your holiday even better, some ways to save you loads of money, and as well some things to watch out for and a few small warnings. When it comes to beaches, Cala Bona has a very unique offer. That's the best way to say it, as there aren't really too many nice white sandy beaches as in most other resorts in Mallorca. However, there are many small kind of style rocky beaches. So if you're looking for privacy and tranquility, this place is great. Especially to do some snorkeling and exploring, this place might be great for you. If you're traveling with small children, small kids, and like to spend a lot of time on the beach, then do make sure that you're close to the main white sandy beach of Cala Bona. So each time I visit Mallorca and Cala Bona, I visit loads of hotels. I think I've been to 250 or 300 something hotels in Mallorca now, and about 25, 30 in Cala Majorca and Cala Bona. If you want to book a hotel there, then the hotels you're seeing right at this moment on your screen, you can definitely book if you're looking for great value for money. But what I find in 1 in 3 cases, most of the time what you see online ain't really representative of the hotel. So before I give advice to any of the people who follow my channel here or who contact me through my website, I really want to know what is going on, so I always go there beforehand. If you're not sure what is the right hotel for you, or if you want a second opinion on the hotel you've already kind of pre-selected before booking it, then you can always get in contact with me on my website by going to the website, or you can email me on this email address as well. Cala Bona is a very tranquil place, and for this reason there is not much party or nightlife. So if you're looking to go party or clubbing, this place might not really be great for you. However, next door in the Cala Majorca area there are some clubs and party life, as well as live performances. Cala Majorca is just a small walk away from most of the hotels in Cala Bona. So Cala Bona is actually quite far away from the airport. It is one of the furthest away resorts from the airport in Mallorca. So if you haven't arranged any transport yet, have a look at my other video where I explain in detail all the pros and the cons of the different options there are. So if you want to have a look at that video, simply look in the suggested videos. It could be right there, or simply type Cala Bona and then taxi or bus, and it will also normally show up on the first place. So first of all, I want to say that Mallorca is a really nice place. I don't want to sound too negative. However, I think there is 3 important things I do want to give you a little bit of a warning about, because I've heard from a lot of people and also from my own experience that they had negative experiences with these simply because they didn't know. So in this part, 3 quick warnings. If you find a flyer on the street offering some kind of excursions, or you're handed by someone a flyer in the street, then do not go on these kind of excursions. There's always some kind of unpleasant catch, no matter how good the deal may sound. The most common is that you will have to go to some kind of sales presentation where they will sell you all kinds of random products. This can also be about timeshare, or sometimes you just have to wait for a long time at some kind of overpriced restaurant in the middle of nowhere where you will have to spend your money. On number 2, this is about the illegal sales that are happening on the beaches and in the streets of Mallorca. Since from now on you yourself can be fined anywhere from 100 to 750 euros if you buy anything from them, or if you take one of the massages, or do the hair braiding, selling fruits or drinks on the beach. Any of these, if you partake in them, you can be fined up to 750 euros. This is a new law since July 2018 to combat these things that have been really getting out of hand and have been getting a lot of complaints by many of the tourists coming to Mallorca. Since finding the people doing so far has proven little successful, now the government has been deciding to do it for both the people buying and the people selling. So be aware, you can get a huge fine if you partake in any of these activities. Number 3, this is with regards to car rental, and most likely one of the practices that irritate me the most in Mallorca. Be very careful with renting a car because of all the hidden costs. Most people working in car rental companies now are not working in customer service, but in pure commission-based sales. So they will sell you loads of things like extra insurances, extra by giving you confusing and incorrect information to get their sales commission and targets. And like with everything, there are good companies and there are bad companies. I explain this topic more in a separate video of mine and also have links on my website to the companies I use. So I just want to quickly repeat, Mallorca is a very nice place. Don't be put off now that you are informed and you know about these things. I'm sure you will have a great holiday in Mallorca. So this next tip is a little bit of a cheeky one, but most of the information out there is basically meant to sell you a specific holiday or a specific hotel or a specific destination. If you want great advice about hundreds of destinations in Spain and also other places, that is advice specifically for you, not to sell you something, but specifically for you to have a great holiday, then don't forget to click the subscribe button so you can find all my videos covering Mallorca, about 100 videos covering Mallorca, and also all these other places even more easy. Cala Bona has many nice restaurants, especially in the harbor area. Most of these stay pretty authentic to Spanish and traditional cuisine, but you of course find more common foods for the little ones in most of the restaurants as well, if they are fussy eaters. So in your hotel, should you be getting all-inclusive, half-board or nothing at all? Well, this depends a lot on what you like on holiday. One thing I do want to say to you is that in Mallorca, a lot of the receptions, you can also book the half-board, the all-inclusive or nothing at all. You can book it there as well in the reception. Why would you want to do this? Well, if you book it together with your hotel, you're normally covered for the entire week. But if you want to go, by example, on an excursion, this might not be the best thing. So in the reception you can say, okay, I want Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but Saturday and Sunday I don't want because I want to go on a trip, by example. Also, if you want to eat out one night, you want to try a restaurant like near the beach or something, you can also kind of leave this day open. Also, it's a little bit cheaper. It's about, from my experience and from the things I've been seeing, it's about 20-30% cheaper if you book it in the hotel reception. So keep this in mind. It's up to you if you want half board or all inclusive, but keep in mind all these things might be a good reason to book it in the hotel reception. So when is the right time for you to visit Mallorca? Well, in this next part, a quick guide to when and when not to visit, so you know when to book. And if you've already booked, this is also a great way to know what to expect and how to prepare for it. January, February and March, these months in Mallorca is very popular with athletes who come to Mallorca to train, as there will be very little people on the island around this time and therefore many empty roads to use for the cyclists. Also, the weather around this time is mostly kind of mild compared to some other colder European countries. It's also for this reason that a lot of retired people come to Mallorca around this time, especially from the colder, more Scandinavian countries, as accommodation is very cheap and the climate is, as I said, nice and mild. Do know that most hotels, bars and restaurants might be closed still around this time. So April is the first month kind of the year that the weather starts to change a little bit and more hotels, bars and restaurants start to open. This depends a lot on what month and week the Easter holidays fall into. Most of the time this is not really beach or pool weather just yet, but prices outside of the Easter holidays are on the cheaper side and might be worth taking a little risk. Make sure always to bring a sweater and some longer clothing, especially for during the evenings. May is normally one of the first real months for Mallorca. Normally all the hotels have opened by this time, especially in the middle of May. The same counts for restaurants, bars and excursions. If you are looking for the best weather to spend most of the time on the beach or the pool, then June, July, August and September are indeed the best months for you. Personally, I think that August is a little bit too hot, but that is just me personal, and I think that most people most likely will disagree with me. If you are looking for the best months price quality weather-wise, then September and June are normally ideal for you. October is very much like May, but a little bit with the added benefit that pool and seawater normally is already a bit warmer by this time. It's already heating up from the summer, but the weather can be unpredictable and in general it starts to cool down. Make sure to bring a sweater and long clothing just in case, especially for in the evenings. November and December are very much like January, February and March, popular with sports people coming to train, cyclists, swimmers, runners and skaters, and triathletes, and also retired people coming to find the mild climate. So if you're sure that this destination is right for you, know you can get in contact with me on my email address, and there we can figure out together what is the right hotel for you. If you're not sure, then have a look at this video where I explain all the different resorts in Mallorca and you can choose there.